Hello everyone, welcome to Mars Online Institute of Physics. So the today's topic is PN junction diode load line equation. It is one of the most important topic which is being consistently asked in competitive examination. So let us first of all see the concept regarding this, then we'll be doing the problem based on this particular concept. So let us consider a PN junction diode. This is P type of a PN junction diode. This is N side of a PN junction diode. This is a battery, a voltage source applied. This is positive and this is negative terminal, and we know that current will be flowing in this direction. And voltage across this diode, let the voltage across the diode be VD. Let VD represents the voltage across the diode. And the currents, let us consider this one as resistance R, and the current flowing through this resistance is ID. Current flowing through resistance is ID. Now if I apply the Kirchhoff laws, if I apply Kirchhoff voltage law, let me go in clockwise direction. I am going in a clockwise direction. So if I apply Kirchhoff law, what I can write from Kirchhoff law, I can write this equation as V voltage minus voltage across the diode VD minus voltage across this resistance, voltage across the resistance, that is equals to what? 0. If I simplify this equation, this will become V is equals to voltage across the diode plus voltage across the resistance. Further, what I can write? I can write this equation as voltage V is equals to voltage across the diode plus, now voltage across the resistance can be written as current flowing through the resistance into R, current flowing through the resistance. Now if I write this equation in terms of I, this equation will become, if I write the equation in terms of I, this equation will become, I can write this equation as ID R is equals to V minus VD. So from this I can write ID is equals to minus VD by R plus V by R. I can write this equation as ID is equals to minus VD by R divided by plus V by R. This equation is known as load line equation. Load line equation. And this equation is nothing but it is similar to a straight line equation, y is equals to mx plus c, where slope is given as, where slope m is given as minus 1 by r. Slope is given as minus 1 by r. So actually we have to plot a graph. This is negative slope, so we have to plot a graph for this load line equation, but it is not necessary for our syllabus point of view. I hope you understood this derivation. Now let's discuss some important points regarding this diode. Diode values. Whenever in the question he has mentioned an ideal diode, he has given an ideal diode. Whenever he has given an ideal diode, voltage across the diode should be considered to be 0. Whenever an ideal diode is given, voltage across the diode should be considered as 0. Sometimes he will be mentioning the voltage across silicon, voltage across germanium. So you have to remember these points. Voltage across the germanium diode will be 0.3 volts. 0.3 volts. Voltage across the silicon diode will be 0.7 volts. So these are the points which you have to remember while solving the problems. He will be mentioning this thing, voltage across the silicon is 0.7, voltage across the germanium is 0.3, but still you have to remember this thing. And next important thing you have to remember regarding PN junction diode is that current flows only in a forward bias. In case of forward bias only, current will be flowing, whereas in case of reverse bias, no current flows in a PN junction diode. This is the point you have to remember. Now let us move on to the problems. Let us see how the problems are being asked in the examination. So this is the first problem. Let us see what is given in the question. He said that in a given circuit, the value of current. Here he has given two terminals. This is P side, this is N side, and a silicon diode is given. So let me tell one important point regarding this question. We know that always current flows in forward bias. What is the condition for forward bias? If this is P region and if this is N region, P region should always be at high potential. It should be always be at high potential. Whereas N region should be at low potential. So by seeing the question, we can see that this P voltage is 4 volt and N voltage is 0.3 volts. So this is forward bias connection. The next important thing here is, here he has not mentioned the voltage of silicon, but we have to consider, here he has not mentioned ideal diode. If he has mentioned the ideal diode, then we would have considered the voltage across the diode as 0. But here he has mentioned that voltage across the silicon. How much is the voltage across the silicon diode? It will be 0.7 volts. So we can directly find out the value of current. What we can do, I can take current I is equals to change in voltage divided by R. Change in voltage divided by R. So how many voltages are there? This is high voltage, 4 volts, minus the voltage across the silicon diode is how much? 0.7. And the voltage at the N region is how much? It is 0.3 divided by, what is the resistance? This is 30. So if you solve this, you will be getting the answer as 3 by 30. Then this is nothing but this is 0.1 amperes. This is 0.1 amperes. So in this manner, you have to solve this problem. First of all, you have to check whether it is forward bias or reverse bias. After checking whether it is forward bias or reverse bias, you have to see whether it is mentioned it as ideal diode or whether he has given the germanium or silicon diode. So I hope you understood this problem. Let us move on to the next problem. This question was asked in 2006 All India Pre-Medical Test. He has given a forward bias diode is. He is asking which of the following option is the forward bias. What is the condition for forward bias? P region should be at high potential. And N region should be at low potential. So if I see first option, here the potential is, this is P region and this is N region. Here the potential is -4 and here the potential is -3. So this can't be the answer. So let us see the option 2. Here the potential P region and this is N region. Here the potential is 3 volt and here the potential is 5 volt. Here 5 volt is greater than 3 volts. So this can't be the option. This is also not an option. Let us see this. Option 3. Here it is negative. Here it is low potential, whereas it is high potential. But what is the condition? P region should be at high potential and N region should be at low potential. If I see this option 4, see here, P is 0 volt. This is positive potential. Positive potential. And N region is having negative potential. Negative potential. So definitely which is the correct option? Option 4 is the right one. This is high potential when compared to the N region. I hope you understood this problem. So this is the next question. In the following figure, the diode which are forward biased are. So here he has given 4 options. Let this be an option A. This be an option B. Let this be option C. And let this be option D. Now he is asking the condition for forward bias. What is the condition for forward bias? P should be at high potential. Whereas N should be at low potential. So please, I want you to solve this problem. This is also a previous question asked in the examination, competitive examination. What is the condition? P should be at high potential, N should be at low potential. See here, wherever diode is there, that region is P and the end of the diode will be N. Here this region is P and this is N. Here grounding means 0 voltage. Ground represents 0 voltage. This is P region, this is N region. This is P region, is a grounding represents 0 volt and this is N region. I hope you will solve this problem. Please try to solve this problem. Let us move on to the next problem. So here it's the next problem. Let us see what he is asking in the question. For the given circuit of an ideal PN junction diode, ideal PN junction diode. What is the condition? Whenever he is saying the diode is ideal, then the voltage across the diode will be equals to 0. So which of the following option is right? What is the first option? In forward bias, the voltage across R is V. How much voltage is applied here? Input voltage is V. So definitely voltage across the resistance will also be V only. So this option itself is right. First option itself is right. Let us see. Okay, first option itself is right. No need of checking it. Let us move on to the next question. So this is the question asked in NEET 2015. Let us see what is the question. In a given figure, a diode D is connected to an external resistance 100 ohm. So here, a diode is given. This diode D is connected to an external resistance. How much? 100 ohms. The resistance of this is 100 ohm. An EMF of 3.5 volts. And also to an EMF battery is applied. What is the voltage of the battery applied? Here he has mentioned is 3.5 volt. So here voltage is 3.5 volts. If the barrier potential developed across the diode is, he has given the diode voltage, he has mentioned the voltage across the diode is how much? 0.5 volt. Voltage across the diode is 0.5 volt. And the current in the circuit will be, okay, same formula. We can directly apply this formula. Current in the circuit I is equals to delta V divided by R. Change in voltage, or how many voltages are there? There are two voltages. One is 3.5, other one is 0.5. If I go in clockwise, either you can apply Kirchhoff law or you can directly solve this. So what is the change in voltage? This will become 3.5 minus 0.5 divided by, how much is the resistance? Resistance here is 100 ohms. So this will become how much? 3 divided by 100. This will be equals to 0.03 amperes. But here see, options are in milliamps. If I try to convert, this will become 30 milliamperes. This is the correct answer. First option is the right answer. I hope you are getting this. Otherwise, you can apply the Kirchhoff voltage law also. If you apply Kirchhoff voltage law, this equation will become 3.5 volts minus voltage across the diode is how much? 0.5 minus current flowing through resistance is how much? 100. That is equals to 0. If you solve this, this will become 3 is equals to I into 100. So I will be again equals to 0.03 amperes. So it's better to solve in this way. So let us move on to the next problem. So this is the question asked in NEET 2012. He said that two ideal diodes. Whenever he is telling the diodes are ideal, what does it represent? Ideal diodes. Ideal diodes. What does ideal diode represent? It represents that voltage across the diode is 0. Voltage across the diode is 0. Are connected to battery as shown in the circuit. So there are two diodes D1 and D2 are connected in a circuit. The current supplied by the battery. Now he is asking you to find the current. Now let us see the diagram first. See here, from the diagram we can observe that D1 is forward bias, whereas D2 is reverse bias. D2 is reverse bias. And we know that no current flows in reverse bias. No current in reverse bias. Reverse bias. And it acts as open circuit. Open circuit. And it acts as open circuit. So current will only be flowing through forward bias only. So keeping this in the mind, I can draw this diagram like this. I can draw this diagram like this. This is diode D2. How much resistance is there? 10 ohms resistance is there. Here diode D2 is becoming open circuit. This is open circuit. And this is the voltage applied. How much is the voltage? 5 volts is the voltage I have applied. It is 5 volts. And here resistance is 20 ohms. And here resistance is 10 ohms. And this is diode D1. See here current can't flow through this region because this is open circuit. So we have to neglect this region because current can't flow through this region. So directly I can write I is equals to V by R. What is the voltage here? Voltage is how much? 5 volts divided by what is the resistance? How much resistance is given? 10 ohms. So our answer will be how much? 0.5 amperes. So which one is the correct option? Option D is the right answer. So you have to, whenever 2 or 3 diodes are given, you have to check the condition, which diode is forward bias and which diode is reverse bias. Whenever a diode is in reverse bias, it represents that no current flows in through the diode and it will act as an open circuit. It will act as open circuit. I hope you understood this problem. Let us move on to the next problem. Again, similar type of question is asked in NEET 2016. Again, he is asking us to find the current flowing through the resistance R1. Again, 2 diodes are given. We have to check which one is forward bias and which one is reverse bias. See here, D1 diode positive region is attached. This is P region, this is N region. D1 diode positive region is attached to negative terminal of the battery. So what does it represent? It represents that D1 is reverse bias. D1 is reverse bias. So what it is? No current flows and it will act as an open circuit. It will act as open circuit. Now let us see D2. This is P region, this is N region. See here, positive region is attached to positive terminal of the battery. So what is this? D2 will act as forward bias and current flows through this circuit. If I draw this diagram once again, this will become something like this. This is positive region, this is negative region. How much is the voltage here? Here the voltage is 10 volts. This is the resistance. And here I am having D2 diode. This is diode D2. One more resistance is there here. Here resistance R3. R3 is equals to how much he has given? 2 ohms. Here resistance is how much? R1 is equals to how much he has given? 2 ohms. Now this diode will behave as an open circuit. This diode will behave as an open circuit. Here how much is the resistance? Here R2 is equals to 3 ohms. So no current flows through this open circuit. The current will directly go here. The current will directly go here and it will reach here. So I can write this equation as I is equals to V by change in voltage by resistance. How many resistances are there? Here it is one resistance, here it is another resistance. See, both of them are connected in series. So I can write this one as R1 plus R3. Next, what he has mentioned? He has mentioned the 2 ideal diodes. So diode is an ideal, so voltage across the diode will be equals to how much? 0. So I have to only consider this voltage, 10 volts. So 10 volts minus 0 divided by, what is R1? R1 is how much? 2. Plus what is R2? Sorry, R3. R3 is how much? 2. So if you solve this, this will become I is equals to 10 by 4. So you'll be getting something, the answer as 2.5 amperes. I hope you understood this problem and the concept regarding the diodes. Whenever diode is in forward bias, at that time only the current will be flowing through the diode. And whenever it is reverse bias, no current flows, it will act as an open circuit. So I hope you understood this video. Thank you.